Homemade baked bread has never been easier. This simple recipe makes a light and fluffy loaf of bread that will rival any bakery. It is so simple, so simple, and perfect for a beginning bread maker. In a bowl, combine 1 cup of warm water, 1 cup of warm milk, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 7 grams of instant yeast, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Whisk that well until your sugar and salt are dissolved. If using active dry yeast, let the mixture bubble and foam before proceeding. This can take roughly 3 to 5 minutes. In our case, with instant yeast, we can proceed with the recipe. No need to let the yeast activate. Gradually sift in 3 cups of flour. Add 2 cups first and use your fingers to mix in the dry ingredients with your wet ingredients. The dough should be very sticky. A trick I learned from my mom to remove all of this sticky dough off your fingers is to use the non-sharp side of a knife. Best if you use a butter knife, of course, and easily scrape it off your fingers. Add another roughly 1 cup of flour and knead with your hands until you notice that a soft dough ball has formed and the sides of the bowl has cleared. Do not use your standing mixer with the dough hook attachment. Your dough will be extremely sticky and impossible to work with. It will also take more flour with the mixer rather than using your hands. At this point, add 2 tablespoons of softened butter and 4 tablespoons of oil and knead gently until incorporated. Cover your bowl with a plastic wrap and a kitchen towel and let the dough rest and rise until doubled for an hour in a warm, draft-free place. After an hour, our dough has doubled in volume. Dust your clean surface with a little flour and transfer the dough onto your cutting board. Turn the dough around gently, creating a large log. Divide the dough into 3 equal parts and let them sit for 5 minutes to relax. Roll each dough part into an 18-inch rope. Braid the ropes together, just like that. Now pinch the ends. This dough is extremely soft and not easy to transfer. To ease your process, you can braid it directly on the greased baking pan or use a baking mat like this one. I will link it for you in the description box below. Another option is to simply make a loaf shape and bake it without braiding it. When done, cover your braided dough with plastic wrap and let rise in a warm, draft-free place for another 30 minutes or until puffed up. At this point, you can preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit and make sure an oven rack is in the center position. When your dough is ready, remove the plastic wrap and brush it with egg wash, which is basically an egg yolk whisked with 1 tablespoon of warm milk. Now, optional but very recommended, sprinkle with some sesame seeds all over it. Bake for 25 to 30 minutes until golden and baked through. Ooh-wee, look at this beautifully braided bread. Allow to cool for a few minutes before slicing. Now let me show you what's inside. This bread is so beyond fluffy and soft. Oh my house smells like a bakery. This bread is so tasty, I can simply eat it by itself. This amazing braided bread looks as good as it tastes. With the golden top crust and fluffy on the inside, you're going to love this bread recipe. And it's always better when it's homemade. Give this recipe a try and let me know in the comments if you would like to see more recipes like this. See you next time!